Welcome to Learning English with Captain Binoy Varagil, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's College, Devgiri, Kozhikode, Kerala, India. We have to understand the fact that no language is the monopoly of anybody. Okay? And of course, the more languages you handle, the better becomes your efficiency and your smartness. You are in a foreign country or you are in a group where there are people handling or using different languages, and you use the language that is used by all the people there or some of the people there, you are just becoming very, very smart and people will be just admiring. So, we have the great English language because it is of course the global language today, it is the link language, it is the international language, and we are just mastering the great language, the English language. And we have decided and we have taken the pledge that we will make this language ours and we will be using it, of course, very fluently, efficiently and successfully and effectively. So now we have to, of course, learn about the very small little words of the great language, the English language, that is of course the function words. And today we discuss one of the function word. It is in fact an auxiliary verb. It is a helping verb, and that verb is the were. Were is the very auxiliary verb we discuss. And we have to, of course, understand which all contexts and situations do we use the verb were. And we know that the verb, one of the forms of be, the auxiliary verb, were, W-E-R-E, were, is used, of course, in two main contexts. Number one, were is used in the past continuous when the subject is plural. This is the first use of were. It is used in the past continuous when the subject is plural. And we say the boys were playing football. Look at the sentence. The boys were playing football. The boys were playing football. Boys. The boys is the subject and it is plural. And of course, hence we use were. Alright, so this is the first use of were, the auxiliary verb. That is, it is used in the past continuous tense when the subject is plural. And we say the boys were playing football. The villagers were listening to the radio. Another very good example of the use of were is the villagers were listening to the radio. The villagers plural. The tense is past and it is of course an activity that is going on, and we say the villagers were listening to the radio. Another is of course the students were watching the match between the different teams of different departments, right? The students were watching. The students were watching the matches. Alright. Now of course we have one more example in which we use were, the auxiliary, and that is of course the parents were attending the conference. The parents were attending the conference, right? So we have the subject, the parents, is plural, and it is of course the tense is past and it is progression. Okay. The action is progressing and we use the past continuous, right? The parents were attending the concert. My friends were dancing in a jubilant way when they heard about the victory of our team. Alright? So here we have my friends were dancing in a jubilant way. My friends were dancing, right? So all these examples help us understand the first use of the auxiliary, that is of course were, and we know that it is used in past continuous when the subject is plural. The boys plural, the villagers plural, the students plural, the parents plural, my friends plural. All the subjects are plural and we are just combining were, the auxiliary, with them, and we have the boys were playing football, the villagers were listening to the radio, the students were watching the match, right? So this is the first use of were, And now, of course, we move to the second use of were. So, as in the other auxiliary verbs we discussed in the previous sessions, we understand that were is used in the passive voice when the subject is plural and the verb is in the past, right? So understand that it is used in passive voice, passive sentences, and right, the subject is plural, and of course the tense of the verb is past, and we say several innocent people were killed. Several innocent people, right? So we have the subject, several people, several, many, more than one, and it is plural, and we say several people were killed in the bomb explosion, right? Several innocent people were killed. Several innocent people were killed. Were killed. Killed is the verb, and it is in the past tense, and we say several innocent people were killed. All right. Now we have another example. The cadets were punished, right? All right. The cadets, plural. All right. And it is plural, and hence we use were. And now, of course, the past tense verb, that is of course punished, right? The cadets were punished, right? Another one, the animals were tamed, right? So there are some animals in the circus that is going on, all right, and we say that the animals were tamed. Animals, right? More than one, plural, and of course the past, and it is of course somebody is doing it, right? So we say the passive voice, and we say the animals were tamed, right? Similarly, we say the luggages were piled up on the platform. The luggages were piled up. Luggages, right? Luggage, right? Luggages, right? Right? Luggage, right? So were piled up, right? Right? So luggages were piled up on the platform, right? So or the bags were just piled up on the vehicle, all right, the dicky of the vehicle, right? So here all this we have the expression were, and it is used in the passive voice, and we say the people were terrified by the sound that came from the nearby factory. All right, the people were terrified. The people were terrified. All right, in all this we have the use of were, and we understand that the second use of were is in the passive voice to, of course, refer to the past activity, and the subject is always plural when we use were. So these are the important uses of were. Number one, it is used in the past continuous when the subject is plural. Number two, it is used in the passive voice when the subject is plural and the verb is in the past tense, right? So use this particular auxiliary verb in different sentences of your own and master the use of were, and of course be an expert in using the language in the correct way. Thank you so much for listening. May God bless you all.